Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Flow of Consciousness YouTube channel. How are you today? I hope you are doing well, and if not, that's also perfectly okay. You can deal with it. You got the strength, you got the inner resources to actually cope with whatever life throws at you. Now, I was actually just calling with a friend, talking about how we sometimes find ourselves in these, impasses, these phases where we are really just down in the gutter, feeling like life truly sucks. And I want to record this video as a reminder to you and also to myself that it's not at all always like that. Like, it doesn't have to be like that always. You can actually pick yourself up and realize that yes, while life can be tremendously difficult to deal with, it can also be incredibly beautiful. And I want to share my thoughts with you, my energy with you, to help you remind yourself that you can pick yourself up by the bootstraps. You can, get yourself together and decide, say to yourself consciously, not today. I refuse to be a victim. I refuse to wallow in this negativity all the time, because it is causing you to suffer. And yes, while it may be comfortable there, it may be safe sometimes, I sometimes like it there. Even though it is suffering, it still is some kind of safe space that I know. It's not good to reside there all the time, because you miss out on so much beauty that is around you. And take a moment to look around you. Maybe you can go outside in the nature and see the green and hear the birds, and take a walk, go for a walk, breathe in some fresh air, and allow life to seduce you, allow life to engage you. Because being engaged with life, staying engaged with life, is critical if you want to prevent yourself from really ending up in a dark place. Because people betray us, we lose faith, we go through things in life, we have traumas, we have terrible experiences, and these things can cause us to want to protect ourselves more and more and more, right? We build this protective shield around ourselves and we disengage. And once we do that, we feel alone. We feel incredibly alone because we protect ourselves so much, and we build this armor to prevent others from actually reaching us, from the world, from life, to actually reach us, because we feel so disappointed, or we feel so hurt or scared or afraid. And that is causing us to withdraw, stop engaging with life. But the antidote to that is not more withdrawal, it's not more protection, it's not more disengagement. No, it is quite the opposite. It is actually allowing yourself to open up, allowing yourself to engage with life, to re-engage with life, to understand that it requires a certain amount of risk, right? You in fact can again get hurt. That's totally feasible. Like, it's possible that it happens, but that doesn't mean you have not cultivated the abilities to deal with that, to cope with these painful situations. Because in fact, you really have the ability to deal with this. Like, the resources are there. You can tap into your inner resourcefulness, your inner strength, your inner power to overcome the pain, to overcome the suffering. And while it might last for longer than you want it to, usually it will last precisely the right amount of time for you to learn the lessons that are contained within the situation that you're going through right now. And this is something that I was talking to my friend about, that sometimes it's really difficult to see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's really hard to not forget that you can in fact get out of any dark situation you find yourself in. You really can. And you do this by staying engaged with life, by allowing yourself to really open yourself up, be present, pay attention, let your senses guide you, let your experiences speak to you. Because if you allow that to happen, then what you will find is that all of a sudden the energy will start to flow through you. You will start to feel excited, you will start to feel like something's changing. And we are actually constantly changing. Even if we decide to stay put, we're still making a decision, and the world around us is changing, so you are actually changing with it, if you want it or not, whether you want it or not. The only constant in life is change. So I believe that it can be useful to embrace that change, to allow that change to move through you, to allow the energy to flow through you, and to really tell yourself that I refuse to be a victim. I consciously choose to engage with life. You can consciously choose to engage with life and know that disengaging will cause you to suffer. And this is, again, a reminder to you, from me to you, from me to myself as well, that by staying engaged, you actually bypass the void that you feel within if you disengage, right? The antidote to feeling a void inside you, to feeling like nothing really matters, this nihilistic attitude, is to engage, is to choose to show up, is to choose to, to understand that you can in fact overcome the darkness. You can in fact light a candle, and sometimes this candle is some other person. You might meet someone randomly in a park or in the city or online, wherever it may be, and these people light a small candle in the darkness, and then all of a sudden you can see and you understand, wow, it's not at all as ugly as I thought it was. And so you don't want to rely on this, or you don't want to keep waiting for this one person to do this for you. But in certain cases it can be a person, but meeting this person is your responsibility. You want to put yourself out there. You want to create the opportunities for people to actually come into your life, because if you're sitting at home all day, then there is no real opportunity for you to meet anyone, right? Unless it's online, but then still it's more difficult to actually meet them in person, right? So you want to put yourself out there. You want to really explore the world. You want to engage with life, because that's I believe truly the antidote to feeling this void, to feeling this heaviness, to feeling this nihilistic attitude. It is all meaningless. Ultimately everything is meaningless, but that's the beautiful thing, because you can give it the meaning you want to. You can give it the meaning you deem important enough, right? And so figure out what is that meaning for you, what is truly important to you, because this will ultimately decide your actions. This will ultimately decide your life. And I think that is a very, very powerful thing to realize and to understand. So that's all I have for you today. It was a quick kind of reminder for you to stay engaged with life, to never give up, don't give up, just don't give up. You got it. You have the resourcefulness, the power, the strength to keep going. So keep going. You deserve it. You really deserve to take care of yourself, to stay engaged with life, and the people around you deserve that as well. So I hope that was helpful. I hope it was inspiring. I want to thank you for your attention, and as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.